Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your energy forecast and card pull for the day breakthrough readings for October 23rd, 2023. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Arlene Grace, and I am a master numerologist, a channel, a spiritual mentor, and an alchemist. And today we are influenced by Mercury, awareness. And we are being invited to take a look at our habits, to look at our own judgments, to notice how we may be comparing ourselves to others, and to ask ourselves the question, what is it that I want now? Am I aware of what can be changing around me? Because things are always changing. And as things are changing, how am I perceiving the change? Can I have more of what it is that I desire? Can I move in that direction? Or am I in lack? Do I believe that I don't or cannot have what it is that I desire? And so I choose to stay in that lack. And so with that, we are influenced by the Queen of Hearts and Four. And I'll begin with the Queen of Hearts. And the Queen of Hearts energy is mother energy. It is the divine feminine. It is feminine mastery. And when you feel into the feminine, there's a lot of distortions that are out, mistruths about what it is to be feminine, what it is to be a woman, what it is to embody the feminine energy. And that's changed over the years. But when we come back to just the essence of the feminine energy, the feminine understands how to lead, how to take responsibility, how to be accountable, how to respect herself and then others. She is this energy that is nurturing, that is in service to herself and then the world. And yet on the other side of this energy is one who can be in servitude with others, one who can be in servitude to the world as a healer, to her children, to her mate, to her family. And from that place of being in servitude, now is resentful, now withholds love, now becomes passive aggressive, right? When you think about the women in your life, when you think about this feminine energy, I was thinking back, and have you ever known a relaxed woman, a woman that's just relaxed? When you look at your mother, when you look at your grandmother, when you look at the women that are around you, are they relaxed? Are they calm? Are they patient? Are they present? Because many of us have been raised with women who have been successful, yes, productive, multitasking, who have done all of these things and prioritized their family, their children, others before themselves. They are or have been women that may not have necessarily taken up space. And when they did, they were told that they were selfish, told that they were too much. Are there women in your life who are unapologetic for who they are willing to be, just expressing themselves? Or are there women in your life who feel guilty or are always apologetic for asking for too much? This is what we're playing with today, and this is the beginning of the week. When you look at yourself, if you are a woman, or if you look at the women in your life, how are they presenting to you? And what is it that you actually desire? What is it that you desire in your relationship to yourself, in your relationship to the others that you are in love with? Because now we have the four, and the four energy is, if everything is always changing around me, am I fixed in my ideas? Am I fixed in my belief? Am I conditional? And so when you bring them together and you marry the Queen of Hearts and the four, are you willing to play with the idea that you may be prioritizing others before yourself in order to be loved, in order to be valued, in order to be seen as a good mom, or to be seen as a successful business person or someone successful in your career? Are you in this place where you are in sacrifice and in servitude to things outside of yourself, rather than coming back to you and nurturing yourself because you might feel guilty or you might feel as though someone may judge you? When you look out into the world, are you comparing yourself to others, and are you looking at their habits and then diminishing yourself? All these things are rising up for you today so that you can decide. If you are a masculine, for instance, and you have a feminine partner, a female partner, are you looking at her to be in service to you? Are you in this paradigm of thinking, oh, she must keep my home, she must care for my children, she must feed me, she must do all of these things? Because that's what we've been conditioned to think. And are you willing to shift that thinking? Are you willing to shift the dynamic in your relationships? And I'm speaking to both parties. And so this is an opportunity to break through the conditions that have been set forth by society, by culture, by time, by the world, so that we can come into a deeper understanding of the importance of the divine feminine, the importance of embodying that frequency, both men and women, and the willingness to allow for that to lead, because it has its place. It has its place within your own body, within your own thinking, within your own intuition that inspires you into an action. It inspires you in the direction of what it is that you want to experience. It is you, because you are whole. And in the wholeness, you embody both feminine and masculine principles, both feminine and masculine energies. And so it feels like this is a big dynamic week for us to come to a deeper understanding of what is it to take the lead? What is it for me to be a leader? What is it for me to respect? Respect who I am, respect what it is that I desire, respect my body, my emotions, my mind, to respect myself in such a way that I can then receive respect from others. And so I invite you to muse on, do I communicate my needs, or do I expect them to just be known by others? Do I expect others to mind read, to know what it is that I need, what it is that I want, and when they don't, I'm passive aggressive? Do I understand what it is that I need, what it is that I want? Do I know what that is? And am I willing to actually come into that awareness? Because sometimes that's one of the hardest things, to know what it is that you want. Because once we know what it is that we want, then all of these other thoughts about why we can't have them, or whether or not we are good enough to have them, or whether or not we are worthy, start to rise up. And that is probably, that's what tomorrow's invitation will be, the willingness to accept that so that you can break through. So for today, notice, what is it that I want? How do I feel about the divine feminine? How do I feel about women? How do I feel if I am a woman? How do I feel about that? Am I in servitude? And what is it that I actually want to experience? What is it that I'm willing to break through? And I'll be curious to hear how this activates you. So please share in the comments. And let's pull cards to see what is rising up in the collective to be seen. Because once it is seen, we can now make a choice. We can decide to create a new pattern. We can decide to break through the old one. And so, I love that card that fell out, but I put it back in. I invite you to be open, to be allowing, to be curious. What do you notice? What activates within you? Perhaps it is an emotion, a memory. Let's see. And take, of course, whatever resonates for you. Leave the rest behind. Okay. All the cards are black today, which tells me that a lot of what is happening for you will be inner action. Interaction by, what I mean by interaction is really shifting in our own thinking, shifting in our own patterns of thinking, which is apropos for today. And so we begin with the Seven of Clubs. And so this is the willingness to trust what is deep within you, to trust what it is that you truly desire, to trust that that can actually lead you on path to your fullest expression. And to notice where you've been holding yourself back from moving in the direction of your desires. And so there's this cleansing action that's happening in the body. And so we're just going to invite whatever that is to rise up. There feels to be a sense of hurt and pain, desperation, sadness, anxiety. And so these distortions are rising up. And so we're going to allow these distortions to rise up. And as they do, your action today is to ask yourself, what is it that I want? What do I want to experience? What am I willing to allow myself to have? And again, bringing that into today's energy. When I look at my life and I perceive it, am I in lack? Or am I willing to allow myself to have more? And so take an opportunity today to sit with that question. What do I want? What do I want to experience? Perhaps journal with it. And as you do, I feel like journaling would be important, or sitting with it and reflecting on it would be important, because it will create a shift. It will create an ending in your life. And the ending can be in your own thinking. It can be in a pattern. It can be in how you relate to others, how you communicate with others, but there will definitely be an ending today. And so this ending that will be happening for you will be a completion. It will be a death. And so the death can be of an aspect of the personality that doesn't serve you anymore. And so in that death, it allows for a deeper sense of the soul to be embodied. And so to imagine that today, there's a great possibility that you can begin to move in the direction of your desire. And in that, a rebirth can happen for you so that you can continue to be inspired to move in the direction of your dreams. And so let me know how this resonates for you. I'll be curious. Please share in the comments. And if you and I haven't yet connected, I'd love to connect with you for I'm offering a free 30-minute reading where we dive into your numbers. We do a bit of channeling to see, so that you may see just a little bit more of you. All right. Wishing you the most amazing Monday. Lots of love. And I will see you in the spaces. Bye for now.